welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're going to be counting down our picks for the top 10 British soap fights of all time. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the major British soaps and picking out the most brutal brawls, crazy catfights, and fierce free-for-alls. Number 10. Ross vs Marlon, Emmerdale. It takes a lot to push local soft boy Marlon into a fistfight, but Ross certainly managed. Ross, who had slept with Marlon's wife Donna in the past, believed he should be allowed to attend her funeral, but Marlon was having none of it.
No, Marlon! Please, lad, just stop it!
In a rage, he locked him up in a shed, but it didn't hold him back for long. The two made a huge scene right when the service was getting started, and it wasn't pretty.
Why are you doing this?
There's a time and a place, lads, and a funeral is certainly not it. Number 9. Mercedes vs Lisa, Hollyoaks.
Do you have any idea what he's put me through?
Well, probably chose me over you, and who can blame him? Stay.
Now for something a little more light-hearted. Mercedes and Lisa are both after the same man, Liam, so when they come face to face in this scene, it doesn't take long for things to kick off. What follows is a scrap complete with slaps, pillow throwing, and even bum biting.
Sniffing around Liam like a dog on his knees!
You're a jealous little buddy boy that whinges all the time. You're a sad, perfect joke. Ooh, I bet that hurt, didn't it?
The only way to cool the two off is to spray them with water, apparently. It ends with the ultimate show of disrespect, as she pulls her wig right off. Number 8. Mick vs Dean, EastEnders. There's no love lost between these two, as if finding out they were brothers wasn't drama enough. These most hated of enemies reach their final battle when Dean attempts to drown their mother. This of course prompts Mick to jump in after them and lay the smackdown. We're not sure about the physics behind underwater punches, but with how intense this fight is, we totally buy it. Hell, Mick's beatdown on Dean is so severe, he's forced to resuscitate him afterwards. Number 7. Gail vs Eileen, Coronation Street.
I don't know why you just didn't gobble him up now.
Oh, no! Hey, you mad cow!
This one's less brutal and more hilarious. Gail and Eileen have never really been on friendly terms, so it was only a matter of time before they busted up. And after Gail caught wind of her man Michael getting cozy with Eileen, the proverbial S finally hit the fan.
Ow! Right.
After a confrontation in the hair salon, the two take it to the streets, where Eileen can hold back no longer. In an embarrassing display, Gail doesn't stand a chance, and even her own son can do nothing but stand back and laugh.
Slobbering over him's enough to put any bloke in intensive health on you!
Number 6. The Queen Vic Brawl, EastEnders. Word to the wise, it's not always a great idea to mix drink, gambling, and a group of undesirables in your pub. As the card game goes on, accusations of cheating and insults start being thrown around. It's not hard to see why this one descended into absolute chaos. It's a daft but memorable brawl, and something tells us this won't be the last time the Queen Vic serves as a battleground of such epic proportions. We'd hate to be the ones to tidy up.
Enough, yeah!
Number 5. Kane vs Nate, Emmerdale. Kane has cemented himself as perhaps the number 1 badass in British soaps, but sometimes even he gets humiliated. After finding out Nate has been sleeping with his wife Moira, he devises a plan to get them both onto a boat so he can confront them. Things do not end well. What followed was an intense brawl between Kane and Nate, who utilised every weapon they could get their hands on.
Stop!
A huge twist comes mid-fight when Nate reveals he's Kane's son, though it ends in the most unexpected of ways when Moira is hurled into the lake. Number 4. Peter vs. Nick, Coronation Street.
Oh, you're not interested.
Whoa! Mate, you need to get some therapy. Should you be out on your own?
Like his mother Gail, Nick seems to have his own eternal rival in Peter. And wouldn't you know it, most of their friction comes from loving the same woman. On Christmas Day, of all days, Nick decided it was nighttime to throw hands with his nemesis, but he is clearly outmatched.
There. Happy now?
After enough goading, Peter finally gives in and dishes it back to Nick. But that's not enough to keep him down, as these two take it all over the infamous street. Despite apparently losing the fight, it's Nick who gets what he wants in the end, as he forces Peter to fess up in front of Leanne about what he was planning to give as a Christmas gift.
Nick! Stop being a pound, you! You're not!
Number 3. Phil vs. Steve, EastEnders.
Do you know what I was looking for in here? Pity.
You knew Mr. Phil Mitchell himself would come up on here eventually, and what better time to demonstrate his toughness than with this little tiff. This one's less of a fight and more of a one-sided slaughter.
Somebody stop him! Phil, get off him!
Steve Owen had been getting on Phil's wrong side for the longest time, and after he lies to him about sleeping with Sharon out of pity, Phil finally snaps. He blasts him across the room with a flurry of fists and earns himself an assault charge as a result. But boy, it was cathartic to watch.
What are you doing? Get out of here.
Number 2. Warren vs. Brendan, Hollyoaks.
This is so awful.
We can say with confidence that you've never seen a soap opera bust-up on this scale. These two just absolutely leather each other, being thrown through tables, tossing plant pots, and even trying to drown each other in a hot tub. But you simply can't look away. It's probably the most action-packed few minutes in soap opera history, and the absurdity of it all ensures that this is a fight you can watch over and over again.
I want you to remember who did this to you.
Number 1. Kane vs. Graham, Emmerdale. Kane does it again, and this matchup makes the top of our list for pure hype alone. We already know he's the hardest man in town, but after we saw Graham single-handedly take down a whole group of thugs to save Eric Pollard, we knew that when these two clashed, it would be epic. After the apparent death of Joe Tate by the hands of Kane, he soon discovers he's alive and was being set up by Graham and Kim Tate. Kane doesn't take this kindly and proceeds to chase the man down and let loose.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah, I do.
It's a short but well choreographed brawl, and we only wish Moira didn't come to end it so abruptly. Come on. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.